Hi, this is Rich with EString Software, and I'm here to talk a little bit about how to build a plugin in right around 5 minutes. In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to build a plugin in Symbiant. So let's take a quick look at where we're going. So if I bring up the finished project here, as you can see, the plugin responds to our Symbiant selections. Here's our plugin over here on the right-hand side. As you can see, it responds to our Symbiant selections by divulging the selected outputs or object's type name, the assembly name, and the base type name. So let's dig in. How do we create this plugin in Symbiant? So it's pretty simple. You can boil it down to three easy steps. Step one is to create a new Silverlight library, add a reference to the custom editor's common assembly from the Symbiant install. That's going to be in your, for the default install, that's going to be under your program files, EString Software Corp folder. Step two is you add a new user control to that assembly and implement the iCustom Editor interface found in the customeditors.common assembly. And lastly, you will build and copy that custom plugin out to a web of your choice, and then you can easily reference that from any Symbiant project. So let's get started by creating a new project in Microsoft Visual Studio or Microsoft Expression Blend. I prefer to use the template that gives you some kind of web to host it in. I usually get a little bit better performance that way, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with running in a standalone Silverlight app. So create your new solution and call it Symbiant.firstPluginTester. So now in our main project, first things first, we want to add a reference to Symbiant, of course. So after we add this reference, there's two ways that we can reference Symbiant or that we can actually ensure that Symbiant is created and hosted in our project. And the first, well, there's actually three ways, but the two main ways are using a behavior or using the attached property. So I prefer the former because it's very easy to do from Blend. So seen here, we'll just open up Blend. We've got our layout root, so we'll select the objects and the objects tab and make sure you can see your assets tab as well. Select the behaviors section in the assets tab and scroll until you see visual tree behavior. And now you simply drag the visual tree behavior to the layout root component. And lastly, don't forget to change the event name on the behavior to loaded. It's pretty important. So now we're going to take the opportunity here to just add a few quick elements, a button, and some other simple elements to the layout root so we have something to select and enact our plugin on. So next we're gonna add the plugins library, our new plugin library, to this same solution. So add a Silverlight library project to the solution. Let's call it Symbiant.firstPlugin. Then we'll add a reference to the EString.Symbiant.CustomEditors.common library. Add a new user control, and let's call it plugin. And now for the magic, we're going to implement the iCustom Editor interface on the plugin control that we just created. And so we'll just automatically add our interface implementation and then go fill in the guts. So let's clean it up a little bit. We'll implement the mySymbiant control property with a simple local variable. And let's throw our logic for our type metadata plugin into the setData method. So over here in the setData method, let's add some code that will split out the selected object's type data and present that to the plugin. And let's also add a text block in our plugin XAML to show the text. Not very pretty, but it's a great starting point. Obviously, you could dress this up. You might want to set the background to transparent so that it jives with the rest of the tool, or you can set it to your own background, whatever you want. So that should do it for our plugin. All we're going to do now is actually pull the new DLL into our existing web, copy over the one that was there. And we're going to go out to Symbiant. We'll actually run this solution. Up comes the web with Symbiant. Give it a second to load. Then we're going to go to the Plugins tab and set the URL to our new plugin assembly. So we just got to take out this substring here. Click the load button, comes in right away. Select our plugin from the drop down. Select an element, and we're going to see that that element's automatically sent to the plugin, and plugin behaves as advertised. We can see the type name, the assembly, culture, base type. So I hope that's a pretty quick and dirty introduction into building plugins with Symbiant. For more, please head on over to EStringSoftware.com.